Hey, it's Jensen, and in today's Exercise Explained series, I'm going to walk you through the Barbell Frankenstein walking lunge. I haven't seen this exercise demonstrated before, so I thought it'd be a fun new one to experiment with and try. So to begin, I'll show you two variations on how to set up for the exercise. So to start, we'll set up the barbell on the outside of a squat rack at the height of your shoulders. We'll come under the bar and place it on our anterior deltoids. We'll also use a cross-arm grip to hold the bar in place and be sure to keep our elbows high. You want to make sure you have lots of room to do the walking lunge. And when you're ready, you can extend your arms out so that they're parallel with the floor, and the bar will balance on your anterior deltoids and across the top of your chest. If you don't have a squat rack to get into position, I'm going to demonstrate the hang clean technique to get the bar in place. This time we'll start with the barbell on the floor. We'll deadlift the weight up to a fully extended position and then hinge the hips back, explosively pull up the bar and rack the bar on your front shoulders, keeping your elbows up and your knees slightly bent. And lastly, we'll extend our arms out parallel with the floor to get into position. I want to take a large step forward so that the knee of the leading leg is above the ankle of that same leg, so it forms a 90-degree angle. And from the bottom of the rep, you want to push through your heel, contract your glutes, quadriceps, and calves, and then drive forward on the opposite leg. And be sure to keep your abdominals engaged, your torso upright during the eccentric and concentric portion of the rep. Otherwise, your upper body will start to lean forward and the barbell will roll off your shoulders, falling onto the ground, and you'll have to start over. A common mistake that people make with the walking lunge is that they take a stride length that is too short, so what happens is your knee tracks past your toes of the leading foot. And what this does is it puts an increased amount of strain and stress on your knee joint, specifically the patella tendon. So to make the correction, your knee of the leading leg should be directly above the ankle at the bottom of the rep, and this will make a 90-degree angle. Your lunge should also be a length that's greater than a walking stride. Because the lunge challenges your balance ability, sometimes the leading foot is often externally rotated for stability compensation. And again, this just puts excess pressure on the knee joint. It can limit performance, and it can also make pre-existing injuries worse and cause more pain. So it's a fairly easy correction. You just want to make sure your foot and your knee are pointing straight forward, and this will just eliminate any unnecessary torque on that knee joint. Now, if you find the Barbell Frankenstein walking lunge to be a bit too challenging, you can attempt the regression, which is just a bodyweight walking lunge. The same principles apply in that you want to keep your core engaged, you want to keep your torso upright. You also want to take a big step so that your knee tracks over top of your ankle and not past your toes. And once you're comfortable with this movement and want to progress to the barbell, you may want to first start with a dowel or a broomstick, something that can simulate the barbell but doesn't weigh 45 pounds, just to practice. And to make the exercise more challenging, you can try a reverse Barbell Frankenstein walking lunge. The setup is the same, except this time you start with a powerful push backwards with that leading foot. And this is quite challenging, so you may have to do a half step and not quite transition all the way through to the alternate foot. But if you have the coordination, we can transition right through as you would with the forward walking lunge. So the lunge strengthens your gluteus maximus, your hamstrings, your quadriceps, your gastrocnemius and soleus, which is your calves. It also involves many muscles in your abdomen and back, which function as stabilizers, and this can help prevent lower back pain and also improve posture. So this exercise is good for somebody that has something called upper cross syndrome, and what that is an individual with very tight traps and pectoral muscles. Usually it's caused from sitting for long periods of time, you're on your computer and you're hunched over trying to read. And how this exercise helps is that there's no way to cheat because the bar is sitting on your front deltoids, your arms are extended, not holding onto the bar. So you have to keep your torso upright, otherwise the bar is going to fall on the floor. So over time, by practicing this exercise, your posture will improve and you'll be able to correct some of those imbalances. So thanks again for watching. I hope you found it helpful, and I look forward to bringing you a new exercise in the near future.